Welcome to Daily Sync, your concise source for today's top stories, tech insights, entertainment buzz, wellness tips, and more. I'm Alex Harper.
And I'm Jordan Bennett. Let's dive into today's headlines.
Good morning. It's Tuesday, June 24th, 2025. From oil prices tumbling after Israel agrees to an Iran ceasefire,
To Florida building Alligator Alcatraz in the Everglades to detain migrants,
and the growing crisis in how we evaluate AI models,
we're here to keep you informed. Let's dive in.
starting with current events, oil prices have tumbled after Israel agreed to a ceasefire with Iran, bringing relief to global energy markets that had surged to 5-month highs amid fears of supply disruptions. The diplomatic breakthrough ends the escalating conflict that had threatened critical shipping lanes through the Strait of Hormuz and demonstrates the immediate impact geopolitical tensions have on energy prices worldwide.
Florida has begun construction of what critics are calling Alligator Alcatraz in the Everglades to detain migrants. This controversial facility represents a dramatic escalation in state-level immigration enforcement and raises serious questions about detention conditions and environmental impact in one of America's most sensitive ecosystems.
Now in technology, OpenAI's first AI device with Jony Ive won't be a wearable, according to court filings from their trademark lawsuit. Leaders from the IO team testified that their first device won't be an in-ear device or a wearable and won't ship until at least 2026. The revelation comes as OpenAI was forced to remove public references to the IO brand due to a restraining order from audio startup IO, which claimed trademark infringement.
Hinge CEO Justin McLeod has warned that dating AI chatbots is playing with fire, comparing AI companionship to consuming junk food that could worsen the loneliness epidemic. In a podcast interview, McLeod emphasized Hinge's mission to foster genuine human connections and criticized the idea that AI chatbots can replace real friendships, noting that time spent with friends has dropped 70% for young people over the past 20 years.
Apple has addressed user complaints about the Liquid Glass Control Center in iOS 26's second developer beta, making the interface much more readable by increasing opacity. The update responds to criticism that the glassy effect made Control Center cluttered and difficult to read at a glance.
On today's hot topic, can we fix AI's evaluation crisis?
The AI evaluation crisis presents both significant risks and opportunities for businesses investing in AI technology. Current benchmarks like SuperGLUE are essentially maxed out at 90% accuracy, making it impossible to distinguish between genuinely superior models and those merely optimized for test scores. This creates massive financial risks for companies making multi-million-dollar AI investments based on misleading performance metrics. However, new evaluation frameworks like Live Code Bench Pro, where top models achieve 0% on hard problems that human experts routinely solve, provide more realistic assessments. Smart businesses should invest in comprehensive real-world testing environments rather than relying on vendor benchmarks. The companies that develop better evaluation methodologies will gain competitive advantages by making more informed AI purchasing decisions.
The evaluation crisis reveals a deeper problem about how we're rushing to deploy AI systems without understanding their true capabilities or limitations. When models can score 90% on benchmarks, but achieve 0% on complex real-world problems, we're essentially flying blind into potentially dangerous territory. This disconnect between test performance and actual competence becomes especially concerning when AI systems are deployed in healthcare, education, or criminal justice, where mistakes have serious human consequences. The focus on gaming benchmarks rather than developing genuine intelligence reflects Silicon Valley's obsession with metrics over meaning. We need evaluation frameworks that prioritize safety, reliability, and human welfare, rather than just impressive-sounding scores that may bear no relation to real-world performance.
Moving on to business, Goldman Sachs has launched an AI assistant Firmwide, with around 10,000 employees already using it for tasks like document summarization and data analysis. While the official messaging emphasizes freeing employees for higher value work, Internal reports reveal the AI system processes 85% of client margin call responses, allowing the operations team to avoid hiring 30 new people. This deployment raises questions about the broader employment impact as the entire banking industry scales similar automation.
The co-founder of viral AI startup Cluely says he only hires people for two roles, engineer or influencer. CEO Shungyin Roy Lee, whose company recently raised $15 million from Andreessen Horowitz, requires non-engineering employees to have at least 100,000 social media followers. The 21-year-old CEO promotes a culture where work-life balance should not be a thing, with employees living and working together in pursuit of viral growth.
For your daily challenge, as AI evaluation becomes increasingly unreliable, practice your own critical assessment skills today. When encountering claims about AI performance or capabilities, ask yourself, what specific tasks were measured? How do those relate to real-world applications? And what important abilities might not be captured by the metrics? This skeptical approach helps you navigate an environment where impressive sounding numbers may not reflect actual usefulness. That's all for today's episode of Daily Sync. Thank you for joining us.
Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and share. Have a wonderful day, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow.